Hello children, a very good day to you all and welcome back to my class. In the previous class, I have taught you the first part of the prose, the cracked coffee cup. Today, I am going to teach the second part. Shall we begin the class? Yes. Let's move to the slide. Let's step into the lesson. Sure, said Kani. After a few hours of nap, Kani's parents started preparing dinner for Rani Auntie. Kani's mom took the new dinner plates, cups and spoons from the cupboard and cleaned them. Kani took Teddy out for a walk. While crossing a provisional store at the end of the street, Teddy suddenly started running. "Teddy, why are you running again?" asked Kani. Kani ran with Teddy while holding his leash very tightly. Leash. The meaning is rope. Here you can see the picture. This is leash. As Kani's father said, Kani took Teddy out for a walk. Kani's parents were waiting for the guests to arrive. They also prepared delicious food and had new utensils for the guests. Kani was walking down the street holding Teddy's leash very tightly. Suddenly, Teddy wagged his tail and went fast towards a shop. Kani did not understand anything. She held the dog's chain tightly and ran behind Teddy. Usually, dogs have a habit. It will remember those who love them, isn't it, children? When the particular person comes to see the dog, it will wag its tail and reveals love. Let's see why Teddy was so excited in the next slide. This time it was Amar, the provisional shop owner, who was standing outside the shop. Teddy ran to him and would not stop wagging his tail until Amar pet him. There was a dog lying outside the shop. Kani remembered how some people would throw stones at this dog. While she was thinking about it, Teddy started playing with that dog. Kani pet the other dog. After a few minutes, Teddy and Kani started walking into the next street. Teddy started running again. So Amar is the owner of the provision shop. He was standing outside his shop. Kani realized that it was Amar, the provision shop owner. By seeing him, Teddy pulled the chain and ran. A street dog was sleeping outside the shop, but no one loved that dog. On the contrary, people used to throw stones at that dog. Teddy started playing with the dog. Just Kani was remembering these events. Teddy's unconditional love towards the people made Kani's mind flutter. After a while, she proceeded walking into the next street. Teddy started running again. Let's see what's going to happen. "Oh no, Teddy, not again. Why are you running again?" "Who is it now?" said Kani. This time it was Mary. She was a differently abled person who sells candles outside a church. Teddy ran to her and would not stop wagging his tail until she pet him. They continued walking. Teddy and Kani finally reached home and were ready to welcome guests. Kani's family had a great time with Rani Auntie and her son. After a long day, they all went to sleep. So what's happening here? Kani again ran after Teddy. Mary, a differently abled person, was selling candles outside the church. Teddy wagged his tail and ran towards Mary. Mary also petted Teddy. Kani is a small girl. She did not realize that such actions of Teddy were meant to convey a lesson in her mind later. Finally, Teddy and Kani reached home and were ready to welcome guests. Kani's family were overjoyed by the arrival of Rani and her child Anbu. They had a great time with them. After a long day, they all went to sleep. Move on to the next slide. Connie was sleeping and suddenly saw flashes of the broken coffee cup, leftover food, the street dog getting hit by stones in her dream. Connie woke up very disturbed. She looked around. She drank water and went back to sleep. After a while, Connie saw flashes of Teddy playing with Mary, Muthu and Anbu. So, Connie was sleeping peacefully. As you can see the picture here, she was sleeping peacefully. Suddenly, she saw a sudden burst of bright light depicting the scenes of broken coffee cup, leftover food and the street dog getting hit by stones. She was disturbed very much. Frustrated by such memories, Connie woke up from her sleep. She looked around, drank some water and went back to sleep. Again in her dream, she saw flashes of Teddy playing with Mary, Muthu and Anbu. When we happen to see too much joy or too much sorrow, those scenes will impact in our subconscious mind. The scenes of the subconscious mind are likely to manifest as dreams. This is the reason for Connie's dream. Let's see how she felt and reacted when moments appeared before her eyes in the next slide. Connie woke up again, but this time with tears filled in her eyes. She realized how Teddy was compassionate and how he loved everyone equally. At that moment, Connie decided that she will also treat everyone equally with love and respect. She hugged Teddy and kissed him. Teddy wagged his tail and both went back to sleep. Connie narrated the entire dream to her parents. Connie's parents did not say a word and remained very quiet. The same day at 9 a.m., Teddy ran to the gate with his pillow. It was Selvi again. Selvi started doing her routine of cleaning dishes. Connie walked into the kitchen to see a new coffee cup on the counter. Connie smiled and walked back to the room with a renewed hope. Let me explain. Did you understand, children? Let me explain. At first, Connie was a little frightened by the memories she had in her dream, isn't it? But after the second glimpses of her dream, she was so much worried. The second dream taught her a lesson. Though people are united as humans, but differ for various reasons. Separation between human beings is caused by various factors such as superior, inferior, poor, rich. The feeling that all are equal is not found among human beings. But Teddy treated everyone equally and loves everyone without any discrimination. At that moment, Connie made a decisive decision that she also should treat, love and respect everyone equally without showing any differences. She hugged and kissed Teddy and went back to sleep. Connie woke up the next morning and told her parents what she dreamt of last night. After listening to her dream, Connie's parents did not even say a word and remained quiet. At 9 a.m., Teddy again ran to the gate with his pillow. It was Selvi. Teddy wagged his tail and followed Selvi until she pet him. Selvi started her routine work of cleaning and washing vessels. Connie did not understand at the time why her parents were silent as she recounted everything about her dream. Connie entered into the kitchen. There she found a new coffee cup instead of an old cracked coffee cup on the counter. Connie was overjoyed by realizing that her parents had also changed their mindset. Did you understand the story, children? Hope you understood. So, what did you learn from this story? Let me tell you something that I learned. Making mistakes is human nature, but we should realize our mistakes and try to correct is the highest virtue. That quality will bring joy and peace to our mind and heart. Good thoughts are like good seeds. Bad thoughts are like chemical fertilizers. It will destroy us any time. When good seeds are sown, it will grow and give good crops. Likewise, if we cultivate good thoughts and virtues in our mind at an early age, we will grow and become as virtuous human beings. If the number of such human beings rises, our earth will become a human loving and blessed land free from inequalities and enemies. Will you be, children? Hope you will. Let's move to the book back exercise. So here is a filling the blanks. Teddy took his pillow as a sign of, yes, answer is welcoming them. Second question, Connie and Teddy were in the garden at 12 p.m. Muthu collected garbage from every house. Here you can write 12 noon. Instead of p.m., write 12 noon. Muthu collected garbage. Garbage means waste. Waste from every house. Anbu was 2-year-old boy. Connie took Teddy out for a walk. Hope you understood the lesson. Thank you everyone. See you soon in the next class. Until then, bye from Swati. Have a good day.